What's going on, Jerome? I'm just hammering out a bunch of these airport raw rants. Now, the question is, what's going to be going on with the future of Dalvin Cook? Now, the running back position, it certainly changed. I mean, back in the day, you would build your team around a running back. Looking back at Eric Dickerson, Walter Payton, Earl Campbell, Barry Sanders, hell, even Adrian Peterson for a time. But things have changed, and running back contracts are really rough. And Dalvin Cook, I love him with all my heart. I think that he is an absolute stud. I think that he single-handedly changed the Buffalo Bills game with that long touchdown run. He's been running hard ever since the Dolphins game, and the fact that he's doing it with a banged-up shoulder issue, he's wearing that harness, it's fantastic, man. He is a leader in the locker room. One of the quiet leaders who more leads by example on the field, and younger players, they listen to him and they love him. But Kwesi's going to have a lot of awkward decisions this offseason with some of the veteran contracts, looking at Harrison Smith, looking at Adam Thielen, looking at Eric Kendricks. They have to do something about Danielle Hunter's contract, TBD there, and also Dalvin Cook. I mean, Dalvin's going to be one of them too. And, with Kirk Cousins still being on the books, premium contract, yes. Justin Jefferson deserving all of the money, absolutely. I mean, the Vikings may have to make a couple of tough decisions. And, I love Dalvin, but you pay players for what they're going to do, not for what they've done. And with Dalvin, he is going to be 28 next season. He's got a $10.4 million base salary, $14 million cap hit. Now, they can get out from underneath his contract by cutting or trading him and save $8 million against the cap. So it's going to be a tough decision. And maybe I think that Dalvin has played well enough this year and stayed relatively healthy. I think that you would consider bringing him back, but ideally at a lower number, perhaps tearing up his contract, redoing his deal, getting him a new signing bonus, and you bring him back at $8-9 million per year. Would he be open to that? I mean, possibly, because if he hit the open market in free agency, he'll get a deal, except no team's going to break the bank. No one's going to do that for a 28-year-old running back who has not played a full regular season in his career since 2017. So, plus, I think teams are wary about big running back contracts. You look at McCaffrey, you look at Le'Veon Bell, you look at some of the ridiculous numbers that have been thrown at running backs. I mean, Todd Gurley, it just really doesn't pan out. So, yeah, I would love to keep Dalvin in purple. I think that he's really played extremely well this year. But, I mean, there is a cliff. There is a production cliff where running backs fall off. And you look around the league. You look at Damon Pierce. You look at some of the other young running backs coming in, Pacheco, where they either a late round draft pick or a UDFA, and all of a sudden they're just gangbusters. So, the fact that you can have young and inexpensive, or in terms of contract and draft capital, or you can have older and expensive, and you don't know if it's going to break. Right? So it's rough. Now, the idea has been bandied about let Dalvin go, cut him or trade him if another team would take that contract off your hands. I highly doubt it, but doing that, getting that $8 million in cap space, signing Alexander Madison to like a 2-3 year second contract, and then also working in Kinkene Nwangu, who does deserve some more work on offense, as well as Ty Chandler, the pride of North Carolina, get a 5th round pick on his rookie deal, looked dynamic in preseason. I think that he could have some nice work. I think that he could be a baby Alvin Kamara out there. So we'll see. I mean, it's a tough decision, but let's just enjoy the rest of this year, because Dalvin is running hard, he's running angry, but I mean, the Vikings and Dalvin are going to have some awkward conversations this offseason. So we'll see. Kind of sucks because love me some Dalvin. But your thoughts on our thoughts, let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Skol, no production value.